left my heart beneath the sand, buried in the shores, with the music carried sounds of old Hawaii. The setting sun would be a sight they came to see, and feel the winds of ancient history. She might stand no more, but I know for sure she might stand no more, but I know she will rise, she will rise, she will rise again, she will rise. Like the sun is sure to shine, like the ocean's changing tide. Till that day, my heart is in the sands of old Lahaina. It's in the sands of old Lahaina. Every memory that we share is running through my mind and taking with me everywhere I go. Every prayer I lift on high, asking for the strength needed to keep facing our tomorrows. She might stand no more, but I know for sure she might stand no more, but I know she will rise, she will rise, she will rise again, she will rise. Like the sun is sure to shine, like the ocean's changing tide. Till that day, my heart is in the sands of old Lahaina. Is in the sands of old Lahaina. Every tear I shed is one last cry until the time we meet again. She might stand no more, but I know for sure she might stand no more, but I know she will rise, she will rise, she will rise again, she will rise, she will rise, she will rise, she will rise again, she will rise from the sun, she will rise, she will rise from the sun, she will rise again, she will rise from the sun, she will rise, she will rise from the sun, she will rise again, she will rise from the sands of old Lahaina, 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 from the sands of old Lahaina.
Ladies, I took a spinach in my car. Oh, yeah, bag. It's in an ice bag. It's in an ice bag. But we run it at the church. No, an ice bag. Oh, okay, thank you. Oh. Yeah, you can make this. Yeah, because you was going already.
Test, 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 test. Microphone check. Microphone check. Test, 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 test. Test it. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, 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 test. Test, test. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Good morning, Sensei.
Good morning.
Yeah, they
Where'd the bell go? Oh, there it is.
Left my heart beneath the sand, buried in the shores, with the music carried sounds of old Hawaii. The setting sun would be a sight they came to see, and feel the winds of ancient history. She might stand no more, but I know for sure she might stand no more, but I know she will rise, she will rise, she will rise again, she will rise. Like the sun is sure to shine, like the ocean's changing tide. Till that day, my heart is in the sands of old Lahaina. It's in the sands of old Lahaina. Every memory that we share is running through my mind and taking with me everywhere I go.
So hard for something
close our eyes, remember all that we had. Our hearts will feel a brighter day. We'll sing Namo Amida, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida, Namo Amida Butsu. Sometimes we get overwhelmed by all the hatred and pain. If we can look past our differences, there's so much we can gain. If we open our eyes to see the beauty inside, our hearts will feel a brighter day. We'll sing Namo Amida, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida, Namo Amida Butsu. Let's join our hands together in gratitude we treasure the golden chain of love. Our hearts gathered in one place, our differences will embrace. We will be as one. Namo Amida, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida, Namo Amida Butsu.
Yep. Ready?
Okay. Everybody hears? All right.
It will be in a few minutes.
Huh? Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Sharon. I'll be your MC this morning, and welcome to Makawao Honganji's Dharma Family Service. Thank you, Jean, for being my sub. I always calling you. Thank you. All right. Okay. Please stand if you are able, and let's begin the service by singing Vandana Tisarana, both in English and Pali. Pali. Thank you. Please be seated. Let's sing the Gasho with a meter, which will be shown on the screens. Unfortunately, only one screen.
Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you are able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. As you breathe in, you'll feel energy filling your body. And as you breathe out, any stress or worries in your mind just fade away. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. Namanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda. No. No.
We encourage everyone, both here in person and at home, joining us by live stream to offer incense as an expression of gratitude. Let us now recite the golden chain of love together. Okay, I guess it's Barkley's voice. What is Barkley's voice? Okay, live from Makawao. It's children's Dharma story time, starring Barkley the dog and the love of my life, Lucy. Wherever is Lucy? Lucy is on vacation. Okay. All right, and today's story is Maddie's Fridge, written by Lois Bront, and illustrated by Vin Vogel, and read by Jennifer Gardner. Okay, so sit back and let's all listen and learn.
Welcome to Storyline Online, brought to you by the SAG-AFTRA Foundation. I'm Jennifer Garner, and today I'm going to read Maddie's Fridge, written by Lois Bront and illustrated by Vin Vogel. When Sophia and Maddie played at the park, they stretched their toes to the sky. They climbed to the top of the ladder and flew off the end of the slide. They stayed until the buildings grew long shadows, and even the taxis stopped honking. "Let's play on the climbing wall," Maddie said. "No way," Sophia said. "I can't reach." "Yes way." Maddie scooted up to the top of the wall. "Your turn." Sophia put a foot on the bottom rock, grabbed with one hand, and stretched, but she couldn't reach the next hold. Sophia's stomach growled. "I give up. Let's get a snack." "No way," Maddie said. "Let's stay here." "Yes way." Sophia ran to Maddie's building and raced up the stairs. "Wait!" Maddie ran after her. Maddie was the best climber, but Sophia was the fastest runner. Sophia swung open the door of Maddie's fridge. "What have you got?" "We have milk," Maddie said. "I'm saving it for Ryan. He's still little." "Why doesn't your mom go to the store?" Sophia asked. "We don't have enough money." "But what if you get hungry?" "We have some bread," Maddie said. Welcome to Storyline Online, brought to you by the SAG-AFTRA Foundation. Welcome to Storyline Online, brought to you by the SAG-AFTRA Foundation. I'm Jennifer Garner, and today I'm going to read Maddie's Fridge, written by Lois Bront and illustrated by Vin Vogel. When Sophia and Maddie played at the park, they stretched their toes to the sky. They climbed to the top of the ladder and flew off the end of the slide. They stayed until the buildings grew long shadows, and even the taxis stopped honking. "Let's play on the climbing wall," Maddie said. "No way," Sophia said. "I can't reach." "Yes way." Maddie scooted up to the top of the wall. "Your turn." Sophia put a foot on the bottom rock, grabbed with one hand, and stretched, but she couldn't reach the next hold. Sophia's stomach growled. "I give up. Let's get a snack." "No way," Maddie said. "Let's stay here." "Yes way." Sophia ran to Maddie's building and raced up the stairs. "Wait!" Maddie ran after her. Maddie was the best climber, but Sophia was the fastest runner. Sophia swung open the door of Maddie's fridge. "What have you got?" We have milk, Maddie said. I'm saving it for Ryan. He's still little. Why doesn't your mom go to the store? Sophia asked. We don't have enough money. But what if you get hungry? We have some bread, Maddie said. I guess I'll go home to eat, Sophia said. Please don't tell anyone, Maddie said. Okay. Promise? I promise. Sophia ran home past the bookstore and grocery store. The sun went down behind the buildings and took all the colors with it. Good timing, Mom said. Dinner's almost ready. Louis was wrestling on the floor with Pepito. Sophia opened the refrigerator door. Pepito peeked inside. Sophia's fridge was full of milk and eggs and tortillas and cheese and lettuce and jam and salsa and tofu and even half a can of dog food. Here you go, Mom said. Sophia and Louis each had a plate of fish and rice. Mom had a plate of fish and rice. Even Pepito had his bowl of dog food with a little bit of fish and rice. Maddie and Ryan only had some bread and a small carton of milk. Sophia couldn't tell Mom. She had to keep her promise to Maddie. Not fish again, Lois said. I want cheesy pizza bombs. Cheesy pizza bombs are a treat, Mom said. Fish is a good source of protein. Is fish good for kids? Sophia asked. Yes, Mom smiled. Fish is perfect for kids. That night, Sophia had an idea. Yuck! Maddie said the next day. Oh, Sophia said, double yuck. Fish may be good for kids, but fish is not good for backpacks. After school, Sophia and Maddie raced to the climbing wall. Sophia got there first, but Maddie scrambled past her to the top of the wall. Sophia stretched and stretched. Keep trying, Maddie said. You'll get it. I can't. Sophia jumped down. It's too high. That night, Sophia, Louis, and Mom ate frittata. Pepito had his dog food with a little bit of frittata. Maddie and Ryan still had an empty refrigerator. Sophia couldn't ask for help. That would break her promise. She had to try again. Are eggs good for kids? Sophia asked. Not as good as cheesy pizza bombs, Louis said. Cheesy pizza bombs are a treat, Mom said. Eggs are good for you. After dinner, Sophia packed eggs for Maddie and Ryan. Yuck! Maddie said. Double yuck, Sophia said. Eggs may be good for kids, but eggs are not good for backpacks. Sophia and Maddie raced to the climbing wall. Sophia won again, but Maddie shot past her to the top of the wall. Sophia grabbed one hold, reached for the next, and came down with a thump. That happens sometimes, Maddie called. This is impossible, Sophia said. Keep trying, Maddie said. You'll get it. That night, Sophia, Louis, and Mom had burritos. Pepito had his dog food with a little bit of burrito and no salsa. Maddie and Ryan still had an empty fridge. Sophia wished she hadn't promised Maddie. Are burritos good for kids? Sophia asked. Burritos are very good for you, Mom said. Not as good as, Louis started to say. You should pay attention to nutrition like your sister, Mom said. The next morning, Sophia put 2 burritos in her backpack, along with tortillas, beans, cheese, and even some milk. No thanks, Maddie said. You haven't even looked, Sophia said. Is it fish? Maddie asked. No. Is it eggs? No. Is it gross? I don't know, Sophia said. Maddie shook the backpack. Something sloshed. Let's look together, Maddie said. 1, 2, 3, go! Burritos are good for kids and good for backpacks too. Do you want some milk? Sophia asked. Thanks, Maddie said, but I'll save the milk for Ryan. Sophia and Maddie raced to the climbing wall. Sophia won as usual and tried to climb. You can do it, Maddie said. Take my hand. Woohoo! I made it to the top, Sophia shouted. We're the tallest kids in the park, Maddie said. Thanks for helping me, Maddie. I couldn't do it alone. Maddie shrugged. That's what friends are for. After they finished playing, Sophia walked home past the bookstore and the grocery store. She thought and thought and thought. Her own fridge was full of milk and juice and chicken and yogurt and bread and carrots and even half a can of dog food. Maddie's fridge only had 2 tortillas and a cup of beans and a bit of cheese and a little more milk than before. Sophia didn't want to break her promise, but she couldn't help Maddie alone. Sophia told. She hoped Maddie wouldn't be mad. I'm glad you told me, Mom said. Let's see what we can do together. They loaded grocery bags with milk, flour, chicken, carrots, sugar, oil, and even frozen meat and vegetables. Louis pulled his package of cheesy pizza bombs out of the freezer. He thought and thought and thought some more. Then he put his cheesy pizza bombs in Maddie and Ryan's bag. For a treat, he said. At Maddie's apartment, the moms talked. Louis and Ryan played. Sophia and Maddie ran to the park. You broke your promise, Maddie said. I'm sorry, Sophia said. Are you mad? A promise is important, Maddie said. You're more important, Sophia said. I wanted you to have milk too. Maddie smiled. Are we still friends? Sophia asked. Always, Maddie said. Double always, Sophia said. Cheesy pizza bombs, Louis yelled. Our moms made cheesy pizza bombs for a treat. Sophia and Maddie raced up the stairs. Sophia slowed down so they could run together. That's what friends are for. Did you like Maddie's fridge? I love this book, and I'm going to tell you why. Because there are so many wonderful programs out there where you can put food into backpacks for children to take home from school to help feed their families at night. And what feels better than knowing that you are helping another kid just like you and just like your family? Because we all need a little help sometimes. I love that Sophia is the one who needed help getting up the wall, and that Maddie just calmly and sweetly helped her friend. Maddie is the one who needed a little bit of help having extra food in the fridge, and Sophia was the friend who could help her out. We can always find ways to help each other. That's why I love this book. Thank you for watching Storyline Online. Make sure to check out all of our stories. Keep watching and keep reading.
Wait, wasn't that a great story? Hey, Auntie Sharon, what part did you like? Really? Really? I loved that part too. I thought it was hilarious when Pepito, the little dog, always got to share a taste of what Sophia's family was having for dinner, along with his own dog food, except for salsa. And I was really sad when I thought some kids don't have enough to eat. That ain't right. Nobody should be hungry. What do you think, Lucy Ladybug? Well, first, let me apologize. My flight was delayed, so I finally made it here. Thank you very much. That's right, Barkley. And even then, Maddie shared what little milk they had with her little brother, Ryan. That's so sweet and kind, even though she must be really hungry, too. Well, you know, the children, the keiki at the Makawao Honganji preschool, taught Sensei that sharing is caring. And ohana means that you share what you have with everybody, because we're all family. And being friends means finding a way to help each other. And being brave means doing the right thing even though you made a promise. That must have been a very hard decision for Sophia to make, to keep a promise or help a friend. Hey, Lucy, love of my life, I hear that Michan made some shiratama. Made some shiratama. You know, the little pieces of mochi floating in a sweet bean soup. Yeah. Oh, the kind you make when you break apart the kagami mochi? The big, huge mochi that was on the altar for New Year's? Yeah, that's right. What do you say we go to the social hall and do a taste test? Oh, Barkley, you had me at little pieces of mochi floating in a sweet bean soup. We go. Hey, say, did I ever tell you about the time I invented mochi? Well, let me see. You see, one day I was cooking up some rice when all of a sudden, fade to black. So remember, kids, be good. But not too much. Okay. So let's see. I think we should just end there. Be good, but not too much. So today, aloha kako, everybody. Aloha for everybody. Good morning. I just want to explain I'm wearing a mask. For the past 3 days, I've had classic cold symptoms. So runny nose, you know, drains back your throat, gets kind of sore, gets stuck in here, you start coughing a lot, your voice gets all raspy. I've tested 3 days in a row, negative, so as far as I know it's not COVID. I did get the influenza shot, which hurt quite a bit. And unless it's RSV, I think I'm okay. So it should be just a regular cold coming off of that. But you might want to, you know, keep your distance. So today, let's look at the idea of friends. What does Buddhism think about friends? First, what did the Buddha say about friends? Okay. The Buddha said, I think Chandler's the funniest. The Buddha never, ever said that, okay? What the Buddha actually said was, you should recognize these four good-hearted friends. The one who helps, the one who is a friend in good times and bad, the one who gives good advice, and the friend who's compassionate. The wisdom of the Buddha, which you can find in the Digha Nikaya. This is verse number 31. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. So in today's children's Dharma story, Sophia faces a real, actually difficult ethical dilemma. Do you keep your promise to your friend? She said, don't tell anybody. Or do you break your promise so that you can help your friend? So even though Sophia is afraid that Maddie is going to be mad at her for breaking a promise, Sophia finds the courage to do what's right, to share food with Maddie. Even though it means breaking her promise not to tell anyone that Maddie's fridge is virtually empty, that Maddie often gives up her share to her little brother because he's little. So Sophia, because they're friends, she wants Maddie to have milk too. So after confiding in her mom, the whole family, including Sophia's little brother and Pepito the little dog, they all share their food with Maddie's family. So the lessons of the story are, friends find a way to help each other. Friends encourage and support each other. And friends slow down to walk together. So it's a wonderful story for children and for adults. It's the kind of lessons we hope that our kids learn. So when we return to the words of the Buddha, you should recognize these four good-hearted friends. The one who helps, the one who is a friend in good times and bad, the one who gives good advice, and the friend who's compassionate. The words of the Buddha. So obviously you see these parallels between the Buddha's teachings on friends and today's story time. So a good-hearted friend always helps, stands by you in good times and bad, gives good advice. Why? Because they know you, and is compassionate. So I think you agree that the meaning and significance of friends, and friendships in this universal life, it's basically universal. Now that said, I thought I'd take a slightly different tack today and share some very American perspective on friends that have some surprisingly Buddhist nuances. So here's one. Quote, a friend is someone who gives you total freedom to be yourself, end quote. This is Jim Morrison, who some of you may know as the lead singer for The Doors. It's one of the great bands of the 60s and 70s. A friend is someone who gives you total freedom to be yourself. I thought this was extremely insightful. How many times do I need to pretend, to be somebody else so that I can fit in to social expectations, so that I can get ahead in my career, to make a good impression? Is this the real me, or is I'm pretending to be somebody else? So very seldom are we actually allowed to totally be ourselves, to the extent that we may not actually understand what our self truly is. But that's a different Dharma talk. So in Jodo Shinshu, you often hear the phrase, just as you are. So everyone is welcome, just as you are, just as you are. Japanese sonomama. It could also be referred to as konomama, so just the way I am. But basically, just as you are, this idea of just as you are. But in reflection, do we really accept the other person just as they are? So in this human realm of confusion and delusion, we'd like to think that we can accept everyone just as they are. But this, if we're honest with ourselves, is self-delusion. Because we all have biases and prejudices, expectations of proper behavior, and a default attitude of blaming others for our own problems. I think particularly if you grew up in a Japanese-American cultural environment, the idea of proper behavior, right, chanto, you may have heard that expression, that you have to do things the right way, the proper way. Otherwise, ooh, shame on the family, even though we don't understand why. So particularly if you get to the fourth and fifth generations, we do things that are Japanese, but we're not actually understanding why we're doing it. It's kind of an interesting thing. So in Shin Buddhism, just as you are is a reference to the heart of great compassion and the mind of non-discrimination of Amida, which embraces all people just as they are, human limitations and all, karmic baggage and everything, and opens up the path to becoming Buddha through birth into the Pure Land when we leave behind our human mind and body. And so Jim Morrison's observation rings true. Only a friend will accept you just as you are and give you total freedom to be yourself. So going backwards in time a little bit, how about this one? It is one of the blessings of old friends that you can afford to be stupid with them. The words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, who lived in the 19th century. So, he was a philosopher, a poet, and it observes that your oldest friends, your old friends, let you be stupid. And that is to say, a good friend, a friend gives you total freedom to be yourself, which quite often is stupid. So friends let you be you, stupid. Okay, this is a good one. Benjamin Franklin, founding father and the guy on the $100 bill. Be slow in choosing a friend, slower in changing. The words of Benjamin Franklin. So this is very similar to the idea in Japan that becoming a friend, if you call someone your friend, it's a lifetime commitment of mutual obligations, which if you know Japanese culture can be quite complicated. And that's why Japanese take a really long time to make friends. Because once you're friends, it's a lifetime commitment. And I thought this was the most practical advice I found. Instead of loving your enemies, treat your friends a little better. And these are the words of E.W. Howe, who was late 19th century, early 20th century. He was a novelist and essayist, newspaper magazine editor, known for his sharp wit. So I think, that's a good observation. Why? Because obviously it's all too easy to take our true friends, right, the ones who let us be stupid, our old friends, right, the ones who give us total freedom to be ourselves. It's too easy to take our friends for granted. We just assume they're going to put up with our stuff. Right? We just assume that because they always do. But you can't make those assumptions. Don't take it for granted. So obviously these words are just a reminder to make the effort to treat your friends a little better. They deserve it for putting up with the real you. And finally, Shinran Shonin, the founder of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism and the Honganji tradition, he never thought of himself as being superior or above others simply because he was an ordained priest. On Hoonko, I'll be talking about how he saw himself as a failure, and he called himself Gutoku, which is stubble-headed, old guy, which basically means he couldn't keep the precepts of a monk. He couldn't keep his head cleanly shaven. So he failed as a monk. So he never thought of himself as being above others simply because he was ordained and could wear the robes and stuff. In fact, he always referred to everyone as honorable friends and fellow travelers. Ondo was Ondo Bo and Ondo Gyo. So on the path of Nembutsu. So on the path of Nembutsu, on the path of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism and the Honganji tradition, everyone is an honorable friend and a fellow practicer. So it's all equal. When we do the ekoku, so the very ending chant that we traditionally do when we do the sutra chanting, so the virtue of Amida's vow is shared equally by all. Together awakening, together something awakened mind. Depending on how you translate it, it's actually the mind of absolute equality, the mind of non-discrimination. And so, how hard is it to do that? How hard is it to do that? And so, my honorable friends and fellow travelers on the path, mahalo for listening this morning, and may your day be filled with aloha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. And for some reason, what was it? Lucy was in the back of my car, but Barkley was here. So it's like, Lucy, what have you been doing? Now, I take them to visit, when I go to Kula Hospital particularly, they're all in, it's a kind of a long-term care facility. So if I do chanting, they all fall asleep. If I pull out the puppets, they wake up. So that's why Lucy was in the car. But thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Reverend Carey, for your Dharma message. Okay. Let us all chant the Metta Sutta, the Loving Kindness Sutra.
Happy and well, may no harm or difficulties come to them.
your eyes if you're able, and let us sing on Yoku-san.
should recognize these four good-hearted friends: the one who helps, the one who is a friend in good times and bad, the one who gives you good advice, and the friend who's compassionate. The wisdom of the Buddha in the Digha Nikaya, verse 31. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Reverend Carey will now lead us in gratitude meditation.
Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet on the ground. Sit up straight. Align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes halfway so that you're looking both outwardly and inwardly. And just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, think of something for which you are grateful. And as you breathe out, just say mahalo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. Namanda, Vitsa Namanda, Vitsa Namanda, Vitsa Namanda. No.
Thank you very much for joining our Dharma Family Service today, and may your day be filled with aloha. And we'll be going to announcements. Shannon, come. Let's see what's on the slides.
Okay, so that's next Sunday, right? Yeah. So the Nembutsu seminar, the Maui Honganji Council's Nembutsu seminar, which was rescheduled from last year. Lahaina Honganji is the host temple. It's going to be at Kahului Honganji with former BCA Bishop, Reverend Kodo Umezu, as the guest speaker. And he'll be talking about the most important matter in life. It's going to be on Saturday from 8:30 with registration, 9 o'clock lectures. There's 3 lectures on the Saturday. And then on Sunday, we're going to have service here. And then the 4th lecture, the final lecture, is at 10 o'clock in Kahului. So if you're able to attend, I would encourage you. Reverend Umezu is a great speaker. He's a great speaker. The schedule, so next Sunday, we are having service here at the temple. And I'm going to combine it with a message on Ho'onko, which is the memorial service for Shinran. On January 28th, we have the annual general membership meeting, installation of officers, so it's typically called the installation service, and then the New Year's party. So the Shinen Kai or Shinen Enkai, depending on how you like to pronounce that. Do we have any details about the New Year's party or anything you want to? Okay. So I think they're looking for entertainment, so if you want to sing or dance, let us know. Okay, here's the schedule for February. So the first Sunday will be Scout Sunday. So we'll have the troop, both troops and the pack coming, hopefully. On February 11th, Dharma Family Service, the 3rd Sunday on the 18th. And then on February 25th, regular Dharma service. And I did want to mention, please put this, save the date for this. The Interfaith Alliance of Maui is forming, and this is going to be our launch party. So we're going to have an interfaith remembrance gathering here in the temple, and then a launch party or reception in the social hall. From 3 o'clock to 5:30 on February 24th, 2024. It's a Saturday. And our special guest is George Takei, who's, of course, the actor, author, social media influencer, civil rights activist. He'll be give a short talk on strength and joy in diversity. So if you're a Star Trek fan, please come. Members of the temple, this is one of the advantages of being a member of Makawao Honganji. Since we're the host, I'll give you priority. Please let me know if you'd like to attend. And just as an aside, a bit of trivia. I'm actually related to George Takei. We are first cousins once removed by marriage. So my mom's cousin is married to George Takei's older brother. Right, so it's kind of wet, but you can imagine being actually before I was a teenager, when Star Trek first came out, to see an Asian, in a lead role, and an Asian male that wasn't the evil, kind of guy, or Mickey Rooney, who actually was quite hilarious in Breakfast at Tiffany's. This is the first time you actually had an Asian male who, he was in control of the starship. He was firing phasers and stuff. Totally cool. And of course, it turns out later that he comes out as gay. He and his husband Brad were married at the Los Angeles Betsuin, so the main temple in Los Angeles City. I have photographs of that as well. So for him to come out, later as being gay, was an interesting, shift, because he was a hero to a whole generation of Asian Americans. And then to say, oh, and he's standing up saying, I'm gay too. So he refers to himself as everyone's favorite gay Asian uncle. So, but anyway, you have a chance to meet George Takei. It's a short service. We're going to be having Hawaiian cultural practices, Judeo-Christian. I think it's the prayer of St. Francis. It was one more that we're going to, and something from our Jewish friends as well. So the Interfaith Alliance of Maui is forming because we want to be we believe that sharing of our respective faith traditions will lead to mutual understanding, to harmony, and compassion. And there's a large group of clergy and lay people who are willing to do this. So I would encourage you to come out and meet the interfaith community of Maui. Also in February, starting from, actually can't really do it on Scout Sundays, a little bit too busy, but we're going to be I'll be restarting the Sangha Award for Scouts and the Metta Award for Cub Scouts for whoever wants to sign up. The Sangha Award program is very much a commitment. It's 72 hours, which is basically come to church every Sunday for 2 years. And you can cover it, but it's supposed to be lectures and stuff. So like last Sunday, so Wesley gave the Dharma talk, or gave a Dharma sharing. So that's going to count for his Sangha Award. Floyd was showing him how to strike the kansho. So for all the kids in this class, all the young people in this class, what I want to do is get them to the point where they can lead the services. So if I'm not here, the lay services will be run by our young people. That's the idea. And if any adults are interested, you'd be more than welcome to attend as well. But we'll cover everything from general Buddhism through the development of Jodo Shinshu, all of the traditional Honganji holidays and the significance, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's actually quite comprehensive. I'm surprised that they expect young people to have the patience to do this. And columbarium is always open. So, any other announcements? Marilyn, Sharon?
I had a message from Rie. Those who are interested in attending the Nembutsu seminar on the 21st or 21st, Kahalui Honganji needs a count. I guess you pay at the door. For lunch is $10. Is the registration fee is $10, with including lunch on Saturday. But how many of you planning to attend? One. They just need a count, not the names.
There's a sign-up sheet.
I couldn't find it. Oh, okay. So if you can sign up and so we can send the count into Kahalui. How many plan to go Saturday, both days, Saturday and Sunday, or just Sunday, or whatever. Okay, so Dan has the sign-up list. How many on there right now? One.
Okay, sign
so
up.
please sign up, and Saria would like to know, and Kahalui would sure like to know. Okay, that's it for me. And then next Sunday is Dharma School, right?
Birthdays.
And birthdays. What else is there? That's it. Okay, Carolyn. One more stuff.
I just have to share that, and it kind of goes with the theme for today. We lost Florence Sakai, who is a good friend of all of us at Makawao Honganji. She was the first woman president, and in the back it says 1987 to 88. And if I recall, she became president kind of under the same circumstances because somebody who wasn't president couldn't continue. So then Karen is the second woman president, and we're so appreciative. And if you want entertainment for the New Year's party, Florence would have sang and does Japanese dance, and she'd be right there with entertainment with some of her dancing ladies from, well, it was all a lot of paella ladies. They all did dancing and singing these old Japanese songs. And Florence was also the cook, made the best nishime, long time BWA or Asoka Club or Fujinkai, one of those presidents. And the one thing I regret is I never learned how to make kimono from her. I wanted to learn how to make kimono, but I never did. And she could still play Hanafuda like about a month or a month and a half ago. So, she came over here whenever her family was here. She'd come to the church, so she was always willing to, come to Makawao Honganji. So we remember her as a good friend. Thank you, Reverend, for sharing about friends today.
Just to add to your notation that you said you never learned how to do a kimono and you wanted to learn from her. You know, we forget that recently my auntie passed away, and we said, you know, she made the best sushis, and she never told us what she puts in it, how, you know, however she did it. And so if you have living relatives or friends that you like their cooking, ask. Because, you know, after they're gone, it's gone, you know, forever. Okay, on another note, this coming Wednesday on the 17th, we have an appointment with AED. I think his name was Braun, and he's the one that did the original course on how to use our equipment. And so he no longer works for them, but she said if she could get him to come, he'll come, and I guess she got him to come. This Miley from Honolulu. So it's on the 17th, a Wednesday, and it will be at 6:30. And it's about an hour, and she said everybody's welcome. And so we also asked the scouts if they could come, and some of the girls were interested, I think, in coming. So if you want to learn about the equipment we have to, you know, to save a life, perhaps, we have it up in the in the social hall. Please join us on the 17th of January at 6:30 till about 7:30.
In the social hall?
In the social hall, yeah, thank you. And I think that is it, and we'll see you, definitely everyone's invited to the New Year's party, the Shinenkai party, and then at the service before the party starts, about 10:30, I guess it would be. Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? No. Okay, this is it. Okay, have a great week, and please join us for fellowship in the social hall.